Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this update we are going to check out Polygon's price chart. And in the previous video we talked about this important potential support in here, and we said this is not a good sign since we are touching this area more than a couple of times. And in my books, whenever we are touching a region more than, let's say, 2, 3, 4 times, at that point chances of getting a break of it is just going to increase more and more. That was the main topic of the previous video, and the reason for why I said, look, in Polygon soon we may see a very solid break of this important region and our move down may continue. And I believe I said, sure, maybe before we get the big break, we may have like another move on the upside in order to, on a higher degree, complete the subwaves for an A, B, C structure. And that pretty much happened, but the shape of it is just a bit different. Now I'm going to say this was an A, sure, but this point is a correction for wave B and a 5-wave impulsive structure on the upside into our C leg. And instead of an A, B, C zigzag in here, we just had an A, B, C flat structure. Nonetheless, the pattern generally was the same. And what happened next? Unfortunately, what we all pretty much expected. Now, here's a very important point. Let's just go around here. You see, in a lot of other charts, as you are about to see in today's update, and I would say probably tomorrow and the next day's videos, we are having basically off of the lowest low like an A, B, C zigzag. And these bearish counts kind of got confirmed since in the last, let's say, 24 to about 48 hours, we got a move down. And in that phase, we did kind of take some major lows. However, in Polygon, the story is way different. And I am actually very optimistic, believe it or not. Why? Because if you want to say we're going to have our final low around this region, maybe this is like a very important support, then okay, off of the lowest low in here, you need to be able to find a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave impulsive structure. And in terms of the subwaves, you know what, if you are a regular viewer, 5-wave up into wave 1, 3, and 5, there we go. And for wave 2 and 4, we can have many different counts, not really important. Let's say, sure, WXY into 4 and an ABC into wave 2. And this, my friends, is exactly why I'm bullish in Polygon. Let's go on the live chart, and maybe it's best to go on H4 time frame. So where is the lowest low? It's right in here, about 15 cents. And what do we have off of it? A beautiful clear cut 5-wave up into a wave 1, correction for wave 2. And I think I can now tell you this move on the upside is into our wave 3, followed by that a correction for 4, another move up into our wave 5, now probably to about this point. And sure, I did expect kind of from these areas yet another move on the upside. That would have been like picture perfect, but you know, that didn't happen, and it's honestly not really the end of the world. I think the overall scenario stays the same, meaning this is a 5-wave up, and the current move, as long as I'm not proven otherwise, according to my primary case, is going to be interpreted as a correction structure, indicating number 1, most likely our final low in Polygon is right in here, about 15 cents. And point number 2, after this move down is over, we can expect another huge move on the upside. In this context, Polygon, in my opinion, is much more bullish than a lot of other altcoins. Now, can we argue our move down in here is going to be over, or maybe we're going to have some more downward price action? Well, here's the deal. I think you should get help from classic technical analysis, meaning support and resistances, because there is kind of an important support in here. And I think it's from weekly and daily time frame at the same time. So as long as we are not getting a break of this thing, yeah, you know what, fair enough, maybe we have hit the low. But if we do get another move down, and in that phase we break this level, at that point you are actually looking at about, let's say, an 18 cents Polygon, meaning from here we can have like another 10 to even 15% move on the downside. And finally, let's do also a quick Fibonacci analysis, and yep, what do you know, these levels are at the same time around some major Fibonacci levels. For example, the current support that we are around at is about the 61.8%, and this important support is about the 78%. So this does actually give more validity to these regions. So one way or the other in Polygon, as long as I'm not proven otherwise, unlike a lot of other altcoins, I am going to remain optimistic, and I do think if we get like another move down, it can be a decent buying opportunity for the mid to long term. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Polygon. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.